morning sun spilled across the sleek glass walls of Venture Hub, reflecting a day that should have felt ordinary. Alex Reynolds paced the polished floor, staring at the empty chair across from him. His partner, Marcus, had vanished without a word, leaving the business teetering on the edge. Alex whispered, "Where did you go? How could you just disappear?" Panic clawed at him as emails and calls went unanswered. Investors expected answers. The team demanded leadership, and the betrayal burned hotter than any financial crisis. Emily, his loyal confidant, placed a hand on his shoulder. "We'll figure this out, Alex, together," she said, her voice steady but eyes revealing worry. Every thought spiraled. Every plan collapsed. The office, once alive with ambition, now felt hollow. Outside, the city pulsed with life, indifferent to the chaos within these walls. Every tick of the clock reminded him that time wasn't on his side. He had to act. He had to survive. He had to uncover the truth before the empire he built crumbled into dust. Alex sat at his desk, staring at Marcus's empty email inbox. Every attempt to contact him ended in silence. Panic clawed at his chest as he realized the weight of responsibility had shifted entirely onto his shoulders. Investors called demanding updates. The team looked to him for guidance, and his mind raced with possibilities of betrayal, accident, or worse. Emily, ever the voice of reason, suggested contacting legal counsel and checking Marcus's recent transactions. Alex's fingers trembled as he dialed the first number, realizing he might be too late. Trust, once a cornerstone of his business, now felt fragile. The city outside moved obliviously, its rhythm mocking his chaos. Every second counted, and he knew that hesitation could cost everything. The first meeting with the remaining team was tense. Alex explained the situation, his voice steady, but his eyes betraying exhaustion. Questions came fast. How could Marcus vanish? Who was responsible? Emily reassured everyone, but the room crackled with uncertainty. Every suggestion, every idea, seemed to hang in the air like a fragile promise. Alex realized that leadership wasn't about control, but about inspiring trust, even when the foundation was shaken. Decisions had to be made quickly, and his intuition became the only compass he could rely on. He felt the weight of every choice, knowing mistakes could be catastrophic. Later, Alex reviewed contracts and financial statements, each page a stark reminder of Marcus's absence. He felt betrayal simmering, the sting of trust violated. Emily handed him a coffee, offering silent support. "We'll get through this," she said, her words carrying more power than any reassurance. Every document revealed risks he hadn't anticipated, and the investor calls were imminent. Decisions had to be precise, strategic, and swift. Alex's mind raced between emotion and logic, feeling the loneliness of leadership more acutely than ever before. The city hummed, unaware of the storm within these walls. By evening, Alex stood by the office window, watching the city glow with lights. The weight of the day pressed on him, yet he felt a spark of determination. Marcus's disappearance was a puzzle he would solve, a betrayal he would understand. Emily joined him silently, sharing the quiet resolve. Plans for tomorrow already churned in his mind, calls, investigations, decisions that could alter the company's fate. The day had been long, filled with tension, fear, and uncertainty, but in the reflection of the city lights, Alex saw a glimmer of hope. The fight wasn't over. It had only just begun. The next morning, Alex arrived at the office earlier than usual, the city still wrapped in the quiet hum of dawn. His mind raced through every possible lead about Marcus' disappearance. He scanned emails, checked transaction logs, and reviewed security footage, seeking a clue. Emily entered with a steaming cup of coffee, breaking the silence. "I found something odd in the contracts," she said, her voice calm but sharp. Together, they pored over the documents, each discovery adding tension. Suspicion crept like a shadow through Alex's thoughts. Every small anomaly felt like a hidden message. Behind the office, bathed in soft morning light, seemed almost conspiratorial. As hours passed, patterns emerged, hinting at betrayal within the team. Fear and determination intertwined, and Alex knew the path ahead would demand every ounce of strategy he possessed. By midday, Alex decided to confront the remaining team, hoping to uncover overlooked clues. Tension crackled as each member shared updates. Some seemed nervous, others evasive. Questions about Marcus's recent decisions went unanswered, sparking unease. Emily observed quietly, noting subtle body language, hesitation, and fleeting glances. Alex felt a mix of frustration and insight. Every interaction revealed the delicate threads of trust fraying. He realized that leadership required more than authority. It required perception, intuition, and the courage to read between the lines. The office walls, once a safe zone of collaboration, now felt like a courtroom. Every gesture mattered, every word weighed heavily on his next steps. After the meeting, Alex isolated himself in the quiet corner of the office, analyzing financial reports for anomalies. Patterns he had overlooked before suddenly stood out: unusual transfers, missing approvals, and encrypted communications pointing to secrets he hadn't imagined. Emily brought over a tablet with supplementary data, her voice low but determined. "Look at this, someone manipulated the accounts." Alex felt a mix of shock and resolve. The betrayal ran deeper than he anticipated. The office, once a place of achievement and pride, now carried an atmosphere thick with tension. Every decision he made from this point could make or break their future. He clenched his jaw, knowing inaction wasn't an option. By late afternoon, Alex and Emily decided to check Marcus's last known activities outside the office. Surveillance footage showed Marcus leaving a meeting abruptly, meeting someone unknown in a dark parking garage. Alex's pulse quickened as he studied every detail, the sense of betrayal growing heavier. Emily traced patterns on a digital map, connecting dots that suggested premeditation. The city beyond the office windows shimmered in golden light, oblivious to the drama unfolding inside. Alex realized he was no longer just salvaging a company. He was entering a personal investigation, navigating a maze of deceit, secrecy, and hidden motives. Every observation became a clue, and every clue a piece of the larger puzzle. As evening fell, Alex and Emily pieced together their findings, constructing a theory of Marcus's disappearance. Each clue hinted at deliberate planning, manipulation, and hidden motives. Fear and urgency clashed with determination and strategy. The city lights reflected off the office glass, illuminating Alex's focused expression. Emily, standing beside him, radiated calm resolve, offering support without words. Plans for the next steps formed rapidly: meetings, confrontations, and investigations that could expose truth or deepen risk. Though uncertainty lingered like a shadow, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. The day had been a maze of deception and discovery, and tomorrow promised confrontation, clarity, and the continuation of a battle for truth. Night had fallen, cloaking the city in shadows and artificial light. Alex and Emily approached the abandoned warehouse Marcus had frequented, senses heightened, every creak and distant noise triggering caution. The air smelled of damp metal and oil, heavy with anticipation. They moved carefully, whispering about patterns in Marcus's behavior, tracking every hint of his presence. Flickering lights revealed graffiti-strewn walls, rusted equipment, and broken windows. The tension was palpable. Betrayal lingered in the silence. Alex's mind raced, calculating risks and next steps, while Emily checked her surroundings, alert and vigilant. Every shadow seemed alive, every echo amplified. As they crossed the warehouse floor, uncertainty mixed with resolve, ready to confront truths hidden in the darkness. Suddenly, a faint movement caught Alex's eye. He froze, heart hammering, and signaled Emily to remain silent. A shadowy figure emerged from behind a stack of crates, hesitant but deliberate. It was Marcus, disheveled and wary, eyes darting between exits. He seemed trapped in a web of his own making, fear etched across his face. Emily stepped closer slowly, hands raised in non-threatening gesture, voice calm but firm. Marcus hesitated, glancing from them to the darkened corners of the warehouse. The air vibrated with tension, emotions oscillating between relief, anger, and uncertainty. Alex's mind worked rapidly, trying to piece together Marcus' choices, motives, and the deeper scheme that had entangled them all. Marcus's voice trembled as he confessed his actions, explaining how greed, pressure, and fear had led him to manipulate accounts and mislead the team. Alex and Emily listened intently, the weight of his words settling heavily. Every detail revealed gaps in trust and the complexity of human choices under duress. The warehouse, silent except for occasional echoes, seemed to absorb the tension. Alex's face hardened as he realized the scope of the betrayal, while Emily's calm demeanor reassured Marcus, giving him a chance to explain fully. Shadows shifted across the floor as they processed the revelations, each of them grappling with a mixture of relief, anger, and cautious understanding. Decisions about justice and reconciliation hung in the air, delicate and pivotal. After Marcus' confession, Alex outlined the next steps carefully. The company needed immediate damage control, and Marcus's cooperation was essential. Emily prepared digital reports and secure communications, ensuring nothing critical was left vulnerable. Outside, sirens from the city faintly echoed, a reminder that life continued beyond the warehouse walls. Marcus listened, nodding, understanding both consequences and redemption. Alex's voice conveyed authority tempered with measured patience. Every plan required precision, trust, though strained, was the foundation. Shadows lengthened as night deepened, creating an atmosphere of tense preparation. In this fragile balance, decisions would define outcomes, setting a path for accountability and potential reconciliation. By dawn, the trio emerged from the warehouse into the quiet city streets, tired but resolute. The first rays of sunlight cut through fog, illuminating both the city and their determination. Alex felt a sense of accomplishment, tempered by lingering questions. Emily walked beside him, calm and supportive, her presence steady. Marcus followed, aware of the road ahead, the burden of past mistakes, heavy but manageable. Each step forward marked a reconciliation with truth, responsibility, and purpose. They paused at a bridge overlooking the river, the city stretching endlessly before them. In that moment, the weight of night's revelations gave way to clarity, and the promise of action, accountability, and renewed trust guided their next steps. The morning city buzzed with life, but inside the conference room, tension lingered. Alex outlined the recovery plan, emphasizing precision and timing. Emily monitored communications, while Marcus, humbled, noted each step. Accountability and trust were fragile, but hope stirred as the team aligned toward a shared goal. Marcus revisited past mistakes, sharing insights to prevent future errors. Alex and Emily listened, weighing actions carefully. The atmosphere was collaborative, a mixture of tension and cautious optimism. Each voice mattered. Every suggestion tested the boundaries of trust rebuilt. By noon, they visited the operations floor. Monitors flashed with real-time data. Emily coordinated updates, Alex instructed teams, Marcus observed protocols, learning from experience. Each action moved the recovery plan forward, blending diligence with cautious hope. Evening fell as progress reports were finalized. Alex summarized tasks, Emily ensured communication lines were clear, and Marcus acknowledged his role. Trust solidified with action, and a quiet sense of achievement filled the room. As night settled over the city, the team paused on the rooftop. The skyline shimmered with lights, reflecting hard work and reconciliation. Alex, Emily, and Marcus shared a moment of quiet pride, knowing the journey was far from over, but the foundation was restored. Morning light spilled into the control room as Alex reviewed the final recovery metrics. Emily coordinated teams remotely, her calm voice steady through comms. Marcus checked each report, internalizing lessons from past failures. Despite fatigue, there was resolve in every gesture. The atmosphere was electric with determination, a mix of anxiety and anticipation, as each action contributed to the delicate balance between success and disaster. The team's synergy reflected months of trust, conflict, and shared vision, now converging toward a decisive moment. By mid-morning, tension escalated as unexpected system alerts flashed across the monitors. Alex directed immediate countermeasures, while Emily coordinated communication teams. Marcus assessed procedural gaps silently, noting solutions without words. The team moved in synchrony, almost instinctively. Every decision was critical. One misstep could reverse their progress. Yet, a shared understanding and trust guided their actions, reinforcing confidence. Each beep, each flickering light was a heartbeat in the room, a reminder that stakes were high and collaboration was their only safeguard. Afternoon brought a crucial breakthrough. Emily's swift coordination and Alex's strategic decisions synchronized perfectly. Marcus verified each metric meticulously. Relief and cautious optimism rippled through the room. The team's combined expertise transformed chaos into order, turning uncertainty into measurable progress. Voices softened as success became tangible, yet eyes remained vigilant. Even in triumph, they knew vigilance was essential. Each team member's dedication had transformed fragile hope into concrete accomplishment, a testament to resilience, learning, and collective commitment. As evening approached, the team gathered near the rooftop balcony overlooking the city. The skyline glimmered with a mix of fading sunlight and emerging neon lights. Alex reflected on the journey, while Emily silently reviewed ongoing tasks, ensuring continuity. Marcus stood contemplative, acknowledging the resilience they had all demonstrated. Silence between them was comfortable, filled with mutual respect and unspoken understanding. The city below symbolized challenges conquered and battles ahead, reminding them that each victory was a foundation for the next. Night enveloped the city as Alex, Emily, and Marcus shared a final moment of quiet pride. The skyline shimmered, mirroring the culmination of their efforts. Challenges had tested every limit, but cooperation and perseverance had prevailed. They silently acknowledged each other's growth, the trust forged in tension and trials, and the unspoken promise to face future challenges together. The city's hum below reflected continuity, resilience, and the quiet triumph of dedication. They stood together, ready for whatever came next, united by experience and vision. Dawn broke over the research facility, casting a soft amber glow through the laboratory windows. Alex adjusted instruments while Emily organized data streams on multiple holographic screens. Marcus meticulously inspected experimental samples, his brow furrowed in concentration. The team felt the weight of the project's culmination pressing on them. Every calculation mattered, every observation could pivot outcomes. Despite fatigue, determination infused their actions. The air was thick with anticipation, and each heartbeat echoed the unspoken urgency of discovery. Silence occasionally broke with measured commands, a symphony of focus guiding them toward the unknown. By mid-morning, anomalies appeared in the data streams, demanding swift reassessment. Alex traced each variable meticulously, Emily coordinated recalibrations, and Marcus noted inconsistencies. Tension escalated as possibilities narrowed. The lab hummed with controlled energy, screens flickering, instruments vibrating softly. A pulse of urgency beneath steady professionalism. Each team member's expertise became vital, their decisions tightly interwoven. Dialogue was measured, precise, each word carrying significance. The pressure was relentless, yet a shared rhythm of competence and trust transformed potential chaos into a strategic orchestration of solutions. Afternoon brought the breakthrough they had long sought. Alex and Emily exchanged subtle smiles, a spark of relief and accomplishment in their eyes. Marcus confirmed the stability of samples, noting improved consistency in the readings. The room exhaled a collective sense of triumph, tempered with caution. Every meticulous step had built this moment, transforming prior uncertainties into a tangible result. Dialogue flowed with quiet excitement as strategies for next phases formed naturally. They understood the significance of this discovery, not only for their project but for the broader implications of science and innovation, a responsibility they carried with reverence. Evenings settled over the facility, and the team moved to review comprehensive logs and prepare a final report. Alex recounted key breakthroughs aloud. Emily structured visual data for presentation, and Marcus cross-checked every measurement with meticulous care. Their movements were calm but deliberate, a choreography refined by months of collaboration. Outside, the fading sunset reflected off the glass walls, casting long, contemplative shadows. The lab, once tense with uncertainty, now resonated with accomplishment, yet every team member remained alert. They were aware that success brought responsibility and scrutiny, and their collective focus never wavered. Night had fully arrived, and the city outside glimmered like a constellation below. Alex, Emily, and Marcus shared a quiet moment of reflection before leaving the lab. The instruments hummed softly, lights dimmed to minimal operational glow. Their conversations were low, contemplative, acknowledging the challenges overcome and the breakthroughs achieved. The magnitude of their work weighed heavily, yet pride and camaraderie filled the room. They understood the journey was far from over. Science demanded constant curiosity and perseverance. Together, they stepped toward the exit, prepared for tomorrow's uncertainties and the promise of new discovery. Morning light filtered through the towering glass walls of the facility, painting the lab in soft gold. Alex meticulously adjusted instruments while Emily checked real-time holographic simulations, ensuring continuity with prior breakthroughs. Marcus reviewed critical data logs, his expression a blend of satisfaction and vigilance. The trio felt the culmination of months of relentless effort. Every detail mattered, every measurement could pivot results. Conversations were precise and deliberate, punctuated by focused silence. The air carried quiet anticipation as they prepared for a pivotal demonstration of their project's capabilities. The facility hummed with the rhythm of calculated energy, reflecting both urgency and confidence in their collective expertise. By mid-morning, the team encountered unexpected fluctuations in the simulations, causing swift recalibration. Alex traced each variable with intense focus, Emily coordinated adjustments across holographic interfaces, and Marcus meticulously compared new results with historical datasets. Every decision was critical. One miscalculation could invalidate weeks of work. The lab environment pulsed with controlled energy, screens flickering and instruments vibrating subtly. Dialogue was measured, each word carrying weight. Despite the stress, a shared rhythm of expertise and trust transformed potential chaos into a synchronized operation. Their teamwork exemplified precision, patience, and resilience, emphasizing the importance of collaboration under pressure. Late afternoon brought clarity as discrepancies were resolved, revealing the success of their long experiment. Alex allowed himself a subtle smile, Emily exhaled softly with relief, and Marcus confirmed that all readings aligned perfectly. The lab felt lighter, the tension dissipating into quiet pride. They spoke in measured tones about the implications, documenting breakthroughs and strategizing next steps. Every action, from minute adjustments to final calculations, had contributed to this pivotal moment. A sense of accomplishment permeated the room, tempered with the awareness that the real-world impact of their work was only beginning. Together, they absorbed the significance of their achievement, knowing perseverance, intellect, and collaboration had made it possible. Evening descended, and the team transitioned to review comprehensive logs and prepare the presentation for stakeholders. Alex narrated the sequence of breakthroughs aloud, Emily curated visual representations on holographic panels, and Marcus verified measurements meticulously. Their movements were precise, almost choreographed, honed by months of teamwork. Outside, the sunset reflected off glass walls, casting elongated shadows across the lab floor. The once tense environment now exuded a calm confidence. Each member understood that while today's success was significant, the responsibility it carried was immense. Vigilance remained, even amidst pride, ensuring that the path ahead remained grounded in diligence, integrity, and foresight. Night enveloped the city, lights shimmering like a sea of stars below the facility. Alex, Emily, and Marcus shared a quiet moment of reflection, absorbing the culmination of their efforts. Instruments hummed softly in the background, lights dimmed to operational minimalism. Conversations were gentle, contemplative, acknowledging obstacles overcome and achievements earned. The weight of their scientific responsibility was palpable, yet pride and camaraderie suffused the space. They recognized that their journey was far from complete. Science demanded endless curiosity and perseverance. Stepping toward the exit together, they embraced the uncertainty of tomorrow with readiness, confidence, and the promise of continued discovery.